Shane, you said after the win on Sunday that it was a particularly sweet Connacht final to win. Why was that?
I suppose the big one was probably the fact that we'd won in front of our own supporters. Galway hadn't done that since 2005, and like none of the group, our current group, like had done that either. So like it was just, that was probably the sweetest aspect of Sunday, was the fact that along with the performance, it was our own family, friends, everyone around Galway got to see it in front of their own eyes, and it's just great. Like, and it was great for the group because a lot of lads won their first kind of title as well on Sunday. So yeah, no, just plenty to enjoy from Sunday, and I'm sure the lads are still enjoying it. But it would be nice now, because I know Park will be keen now to get the heads down again for the next 4 weeks.
Does it feel as well, when you talk about the sweetness, that this Galway team have always been good enough to produce that sort of result over the last couple of years, and maybe Park's first year got interrupted by COVID and there were other issues here and there, that this year finally you've got to prove yourselves and just what you can do?
Yeah, I suppose. Look, we were unlucky in some regards, I suppose, with COVID, but like also with, even we felt like we let ourselves down last year in getting relegated from Division 1. So there's plenty of motivation behind us getting our act together, and but to a man, like every single player in that dressing room has put in some shift over the last couple of months, and even the last 3 years, even through COVID, because like there were some dark times there where lads were training individually by themselves, and it's very difficult. Like, it's a difficult place to be when you're used to a team environment and then you're back as an individual. But no, to a man, everyone dug in. They put in the work, and everyone got the reward there on Sunday, which is great. Just great elation there in the dressing room.
Have you watched the goal back yet?
I watched it once, actually. Marty was just on to me about it earlier. Yeah, funny. I actually forgot the second kind of dummy, because I remember there was one. I said if Cahill buys this dummy, I said I could be in for goal here, and I didn't even remember it. The next thing I remember was Cian O'Neill telling me, keep it low. He said, stop kicking the ball high, keep it low if you're going for goal, and lucky enough went in the corner.
Cian O'Neill is giving you goal scoring advice.
He likes to give me all sorts of advice, Cian. He's a bit of an expert, really. He's a very hard man to catch out, so he's Cian. So you want to be prepared with 150 things on him. No, but Cian's been very good for the group. Like, just his understanding of everything, even outside football, and what lads are coming in from. Like, he's just a very good, very nice fella, Cian. Like, and even I know I chat to him probably a bit more than other lads in the way, because he's head of P down in the sports down in MTU Cork. And I'm doing P now as well in college, so it's just great to kind of have that experience then around you as well to chat to.
You say there, which is interesting, that you didn't even know that you did the dummy until you watched it back. So it's pure instinct then, a lot of what goes into the mechanics of that goal.
Yeah, I always said, like, that's probably something for me, is like I play on instinct, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You're practicing enough to hope it's always going to be good, but yeah, no, you have to go as you see it. And in the back of my mind, I'm kind of saying, if I'm not looking at a defender but I'm expecting one to come, I'm going to shift inside. And yeah, it's just, look, it's one of those that came off, and I know the lads to be slagging me sometimes in training that I overcomplicate things, but I think that was one that came off for me the last day.
It wasn't bad. When you get into that position, are you always thinking goal rather than just get it over the bar?
Yeah. Well, when you're forward, your instinct is goal, and if you can't score a goal, you settle for a point. That's kind of the way you try and think, anyways. But look, it all depends on the way the play comes. But if you get a ball in the middle of space and you think you can see a picture to goal, you're going to be trying to rattle the net.
What's it like playing with some of the forwards, especially numbers-wise anyway, some of that full forward line like Comer and Finnerty? It feels that you've all got very different attributes that could bamboozle a defence to a certain extent.
Yeah, well, I suppose, look, I'm lucky enough. I've been playing with Damo since pretty much I started. Both of us started around similar time, and like, we call him the digger. He kick any kind of ball to Damo, and he's more likely going to come out with it, and probably his man will be on the ground sore from hitting off Damo or something. But it's funny because Damo doesn't get the credit he deserves in regards to the skill he possesses, because just his ability in the air, but also he's able to kick off 2 feet, he's able to score goals, score points, able to lay a ball off. Like, he laid off the ball for my goal as well the last day. And then you've Rob, and Rob's just a phenomenal sharpshooter. Like, he will literally score off one step. He just gets the ball, and if he's anywhere around that scoring zone, he's lethal. And he showed it on Sunday. Like, you give a forward of that caliber space, they're going to punish you. And but again, that all comes back to the work that goes on from our goalkeeper up. Like, because in fairness to the lads, like, they are the ones stopping the scores going the far side and then getting the ball up to us as well. And they deserve huge credit for that as well, because they've got their stick. But in fairness to them, to a man, they've all applied themselves really well, from Liam, Sean, Jack there at the back, really helping us. And like when you get the ball up front quickly in space, the world's our oyster as a forward. Like, whereas if you don't, then you're having to work that bit harder as well for it. And lucky enough, the backs were doing a lot of the donkey work for us the last day.
You talk about playing in space. How much are you looking forward to getting back out on that pitch?
Look, I said I only got a brief spell in it there for the league final, and anytime you get to play in Croke Park, it's a special pitch and such a historic place to play. And look, for us, we're obviously focused on the quarter final now in a couple of weeks, and just looking forward to it. Like, as in, to play in Croke Park at any stage of your career is unbelievable. Like, so, we just have to make it count now the next day we go out there.